If you own any of these two devices called R36S or R36Max, you'll for sure want to replace the stock operating system to a much more stable one. I recommend ArkOS4Clone because it's much more reliable and it supports a lot of devices, not just these two. And in the installation, and I have a video about that, you will see that at some point you need to select the DTB file. And that's why I created this video for you today in order to understand much better what is a DTB file and how it works. To give you a bit of context, let's power up these two devices. Both of them should have the ArkOS4Clone, basically the same version. The same version, and you can see that it kind of boots in a similar fashion. It's just that on the R36S I did add some stuff, and in this one I just, have different stuff. Okay, if I go to ports, yeah, I do have like different games and stuff like that. And also, let's also make sure we have the same version. So as you can see, distro version. Where is the distro version? I think it's further down here. It's the same version. Yeah. Now let's do one check. Because the operating system is the same, let's do one thing. Let's shut down both of the devices. Shut down. Shut down. Let's wait for them to power off. And let's exchange the SD cards. I'm gonna use this credit card because it's much simpler for me this way. Let's take the other card down. Okay, so I'm going to take the SD card from the R36Max and I'm going to plug it in the R36S. And let's see what happens. You can see the screen is turning on, but it's actually a black screen of death. Nothing ever happens. The device will not boot up. And similarly, the Max will do or shall do the same. Let's see. Yep, it's a blue screen of death, actually black screen of death. Because blue are the devices, but black is the screen. Okay? So, yeah. Nothing. Just want to make sure they are powered off. So I'm going to take out the SD cards and just put them back into their original positions. Let's see if we have any other issue. Let's power on this one. Maybe reset. Yeah, I can see the logo. And let's try to power on this Max as well. Yeah, I can see the logo. Let them see boot up. Cool. This one, yeah, this one is also booting up. Now what happens? Although the operating system is the same, actually the DTB file stands for the device tree blob. This contains important information about the hardware of the device. This is crucial in order for the operating system to communicate with the device. The operating system, as I told you, is the same. So under the hood is the same, but it's not designed to work specifically with a device. So it's designed in a way that it's going to work with multiple game devices. So this ArkOS4 Clone is going to work with many other devices, not just these two, right? These two is just are just the ones that I have here, so it's not going to be limited. The list is not going to be limited to these two devices. Now, actually, this DTB contains this interface information so that it can interact with the hardware, with the screen and stuff like that, because they might seem the same on the surface, but on the inside they are quite different. As you can see, the motherboard is looking differently, in a different manner than the R36S, and they are also produced by different manufacturers to some extent. At least mine is, yeah, they seem to be, they are made in China, but the manufacturers are maybe similar but also different. I'm not sure, but the hardware is most likely different, although it's on the surface it looks pretty much the same. So that's why a DTB file is telling the operating system how to interact with the device, with the controls, with all these keys that we have on the device. Because this device has this only a couple of keys and also these buttons on the back, and that's it. It doesn't have like a normal computer. It doesn't have the full-blown keyboard, although these two devices support also the keyboard, and I have a video about that. But the thing is that they need these DTB files in order to function. And in my installation of the ArkOS4 Clone video, I tried to emphasize the importance of having the DTB files set up correctly. That's why it's a crucial part of the process that you need to do in order to enjoy your game device. Otherwise, it's not going to work, and it's important to understand that all of these devices are super different in many regards, although they might look similar on the surface, right? And in the ArkOS4 Clone, in their GitHub repository, there is also a DTB tool which can help you determine which kind of device and which kind of DTB you need to use. But in my video, I just used these two DTBs for my R36S and R36Max devices, so I just couldn't um, show you all of the DTBs that are there because I don't have the devices. But you may have a different device and you need to try out the DTB file for your device, and also check their GitHub page. I'll put it in the description, so you can actually check if this operating system has been tested with your device and your particular configuration. But by the way I see it in their GitHub, they have a lot of big comprehensive list with devices that they have tested with, and chances are that yours is supported. Okay, so I will leave you to digest this information. I know it's much more technical, but it's important to realize that it's very important in this process. So yeah, I would like to thank you very much if you watched this video and if you found my explanation comprehensive enough, and hopefully you can support me with a subscribe and also maybe checking out my website. And thank you very much for your support and everything. Cheers.